What's going on, Malakas, and welcome back to a new Magic Arena video. And what we have in front of us is Mike's Dimir control deck that he had submitted a few days ago to be featured. And you know, Scoops, I would like to give you just some real rock solid advice here, and that's considering to use your rare wild cards on your land base before any other card in your deck, unless there are like really niche cards that, you know, you have to have or the deck just simply doesn't work. But overall, a lot of the times your lands will make or break your deck, and in this situation, Mike used his rare wild cards to build Fetid Pools over Drowned Catacombs, and in my opinion, I would not have done that, mainly because Drowned Catacombs survives the rotation, so once Guilds of Ravnica does drop, Fetid Pools is no longer considered standard, and Drowned Catacombs is still in. Not only that, but if you take a second look at the mana base in the deck, you'll realize that there are 10 lands, right? Desert of the Mindful, Desert of the Glorified, Fetid Pools, and Submerged Boneyard that all come into play tapped regardless. And a lot of the times, that can really just lose you the game. And there's something else I noticed about this deck is that it's a little bit more of on the budget side, and there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't, Scoobs. But there are a few cards I just simply wouldn't be playing with, okay? I wouldn't be playing with cards like Opt because you're not really trying to cycle inside of like a control deck. You're just trying to get value, and Opt doesn't really get you there. I would play Opt in like Enigma Drake deck or like some kind of Nexus of Fate combo deck where I'm just trying to get through my deck as quickly as possible. So Opt, in my opinion, just simply doesn't work here. I probably wouldn't add 3 Essence Scatters. I'd probably only play 2, just because, you know, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and then wind up not being able to cast it because your opponent emptied their hand out, you know, and you don't have anything to deal with the board. One Negate, I probably wouldn't even play with a Negate in the main board, to be honest with you, because you've got cards like Disallow and Supreme Will to deal with that. Moment of Craving, not a bad card, I would play with it. Search of Azcanta, I would play with it. Disallow and Supreme Will, mwah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Doomfall is pretty good. Murder, It's okay. It hits pretty much everything that's not hexproof that's a creature, so it's pretty good. I'll give you that, okay? We'll go ahead and sit on that one for a bit, Scoobs. Glimmer of Genius, superb card, really superb card. Vizier of Many Faces, I probably wouldn't play with Vizier in the main board. She's more of a sideboard card at best. Ravenous Chupacabra, so look, you're playing a control deck, so you're trying not to add to the board creature-wise as much as possible, because sometimes your opponent's got like Vraska's Contempts, or I shouldn't even say that, but sometimes they have cards like that that work to their advantage to gain life or whatever. So in my opinion, I probably wouldn't play with Ravenous Chupacabra in this build. I probably wouldn't, okay? The Scarab God's great. Torrential Gearhulk, like I said, if you had more rare wild cards, more mythic wild cards, I would probably build another Torrential Gearhulk and another Scarab God, but again, rotation's soon to happen, so I wouldn't, okay? If you don't already have them, I would not build them. And Nezahal as the last card, I just simply wouldn't play Nezahal as a main board. As a sideboard, 100% for sure. But anyway, Scoobs, let's go ahead and check out Mike 2.0. I made sure to keep the deck very budget, so I didn't add any additional rares or mythic rares to it, and if you're looking for the complete deck list, then check the description below. There will be a deck list link as well as a typed up version just for you, Scoobs. And if you like what you hear and what you see in the video, then please consider leaving a like and a comment on the video, as well as hitting that subscribe button, because I really want to make this a full-time thing so I can stream every day and start to give back to the community in form of like giveaways and stuff like that, like I used to do on my other channel. But anyway, Scoobs, let's go ahead and get into a match, shall we? Okay. Essence Scatter was pretty good. It counters Torrential. Let's go. Now that I know he's bringing Lyras in, we'll bring in the second Essence Scatter. We'll take out... we'll take out the Eldest? No, we'll take out a Supreme Will. I feel like we should add in these 2 Scarab Gods. I really do, because these Torrentials get hit with counter spells, and Scarab God just brings them back. Maybe we can bring in one of them. That seems pretty okay. If we take out a Supreme Will to put in a Scarab God, I think we're doing okay. Yeah. My opponent is literally playing like a tier 1 net deck, and we're playing like a budget control deck. Like, it feels good, man. And the game went pretty long. Like, They should have had pretty good draws. Yeah, some control, some draws. We'll keep it. Field of Rune's really good to see here, especially if he's got turn 2 Azcanta. Yep. Probably has a cast out in his hand. So it's asking him if he wants to cycle it or not. Oh my gosh, my nose. Go ahead, my friend. Let's force some counter spells. Duress. 100% needs a negate. 100%. I'm going to respect the fact that he has a Teferi in his hand. I'm going to respect the fact. Because we have Jace's defeat to deal with that Glimmer of Genius. I just simply don't want to. I don't want to eat the counterspell. And sure enough, he's got a Nezahal in his hand and a Teferi. So we'll take his Teferi. I really need an Eldest Reborn. I really do. Like, the sooner the better. Oh! The delivery truck is here! Doomfall, let's go. Even if he has a counterspell, we have a counterspell for his counterspell. We'll take your Nezahal. Thank you very much. Let's go, Scoops! And we've got a Jace's defeat for his Torrential Gearhulk. Thank you very much. Let's go. Come on. Oh, and an Eldest Reborn? Let's go. I think I should just let him have the Torrential if he's going to cast it. Yeah, sure. He plays a card that I don't know about. That's good for us. He's got 2 cards we don't know about. 3 cards now. He's bullying us on land right now, which is kind of bad. We're going to force the action here, though, right? Glimmer of Genius. Torrential Gearhulk is his play. Watch. Watch. Torrential. I knew it. Our next play is Eldest Reborn. Thank you very much. Okay. You can Glimmer first, my good sir. Let's go. He has a Teferi. It's kind of bad for us, but we're hoping he doesn't, all right? A Glimmer gets us out of a lot of stuff, so we're going to keep these 2 on top. Even though we're looking for land, we'll draw these 2, and hopefully the next card's a land. There we go. Good. Cool beans. Never punished. 2, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter how we tap it. Eldest Reborn. Yes, sir.
Sacrifice a creature, please.
If he has a Teferi in his hand, it's not the end of the world. It's just not a very good position to be in. Okay, I can respect that. Search of Azcanta. Now discard a card. Thank you. We have a Field of Ruin for his search. Settle the Wreckage. That's pretty good for us. It's pretty good. But we're in the driver's seat, ladies and gentlemen. We have way more cards in our hand. He's got a Searcher of Azcanta in his hand, but we've got a Field of Runes, so I'm not really worried about it. If he goes like Glimmer of Genius here, we are for sure going to counterspell it, 100%. We're going to take out his Teferi. That's what we're going to do with our Eldest Reborn. He's probably trying to look for an answer for the Eldest Reborn. I don't think he's got it. I think we're going to win this match, Scoobs. I really do. We're like super far ahead. He's got us in lands right now. He's got 9 to our 2, 4, 6, 7. So he's got 2 more lands. Doesn't matter though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, so 6. I cannot Glimmer of Genius this turn. In the event that he has Forsake the Worldly in his hand, I can't do it. So I have to go my turn. Yep, we'll take your Teferi. Disallow, most likely. Yep. We're going to negate that. Probably another counterspell. And then we're going to Jace's defeat that. Yep. And we still have... We don't have Disallow up, but I don't think he's got a second counterspell. I really don't. I'd be shook if he did. Let's go. I love Teferi.
Sorry I'm late.
Yep, we'll draw a card.
You know what? I'm not done.
Teferi's so good. I bet you he wishes he had one. I bet you he wishes he had one. Oh, baby. Give me that Teferi. Oh, yeah. And we have Disallows up, too. Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3. Search. Yeah. He's going to flip it, and then we're going to kill it. Full control. 1, 2, and boom. We're going to force him to use it now if he wants to get any value out of it. In the event that he's got like a Disallow in his hand. Wow. Sandbag. Much. There we go. Sure. He might draw into a Disallow. Yep. I think he's going to Disallow this, but if he does, he's tapped out for the turn, which is, I guess, fine with me. It really is. Because we can still just Teferi. Oh, a cast out? Wow! This guy's an animal. He's getting everything. Okay, buddy. We drew a Negate just a little too late. Okay, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if we go Torrential here, or Glimmer of Genius here, he's tapped out. I think that's the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Torrential. Glimmer, right? This has to be the play. Oh, Nezahal and a Field of Ruin? Sweet. And we've got a second Field of Ruin? Let's go. So what, he gets 2 Azcanta, the Sunken Rune pops, and that's fine with us. He looks in my hand, then chooses a card, activated abilities. So we're going to negate that. He's going to search for a counterspell. That's fine. Taps out. Still ends up taking 5 to the face next turn. It's pretty good for me. So whether or not he gets a counterspell for this, or like a cast out for the Torrential, or like a something of the sort, we have Nezahal in our hand, and this is not an activated ability, it's a triggered ability. So commit, sure. Is he going to commit the negate? Seems pretty good. He's going to name Nezahal because this is an activated ability that discard 3 cards, but he's already at such a disadvantage to just lose that I don't think it's going to matter. And if he names Nezahal and we top deck a Scarab God, that's all I'm going to say. Completely tapped out? Yeah, thank you. Let's go ahead and take care of your Azcanta. Thank you very much. We'll get an island. And then we'll play Nezahal. Yep, that's fine. We got it on the table. I don't care that we are tapped out. I can't even use his ability right now, so it doesn't matter. He's most likely going to have to memory here, which is great for us. Which of Azcanta, we'll still draw a card. It's a triggered ability, not an activated ability. I would have memoried here, but you're still going to... Oh, wow! That's so good! He knows what we've got. I'm going to put this Torrential to the side, though. I don't got to fear anything here. I would have memoried when I had the chance to. My opponent is just dead. He's literally dead. I have 2 counterspells in hand to deal with whatever he's got. Like, this is GG. My opponent's literally dead on board. And he's dead in my hand, too. So, even if this was like a... Even if he goes memory here... 1, 2, 3. Good game. I'm going to disallow that. Yeah, don't want him casting anything. Counterspell? I'm just going to counterspell that counterspell. Memory. And I'm going to disallow that as well. Good game, my good sir. Woohoo! So not only did we beat a tier 1 net deck, blue-white control, with literally 0 Vraska's Contempts, we're on a budget blue-black control deck. Like, all I'm saying here, Scoobs, is you really should not lose faith. But let's go ahead and get into this pack opening, shall we? Here we go. Wish me luck. Get those fingers crossed. Let's get something good. And of course, it's going to give me a card I've already got a playset of. That's kind of a sucky thing. Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about, though, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by to spend some of your quality time. And, yeah, stay classy.